Hello, and welcome to Chabot News for December 7th, 2023. My name is Christian Gonzalez, and today we will be covering a transgender woman's death in South Carolina, a new trash capture system in the city of Hayward, and the heartwarming story of a puppy rescued from a well by firefighters. In entertainment, Evan will tell us about J.Lo's new solo album, and finally, in sports news, India reports on how a woman claiming to be the child of Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones is suing for defamation. All that and more coming up in today's edition of Chabot News. Authorities in South Carolina are looking for 3 persons of interest after a missing 20-year-old transgender woman was found dead in a car in Columbia, South Carolina. Kayana Jordan has the timeline of the case.
On November 9th, deputies say they got a call from the owner of a car that Shandon Floyd was eventually found dead in this month. It was initially reported as a breach of trust because Shandon borrowed the car from the person who called, but Shandon never came back. The case then became a missing persons case after deputies arrived to talk to that person. Authorities say they were told Shandon asked to use the car around 3 that same morning and never came back. However, according to the coroner's office, Shandon was already dead at least a day earlier. But at this point, investigators haven't determined how she died. Authorities say their initial investigation did not indicate any foul play after Shandon was found dead on November 14th in a car outside an abandoned home off Two Notch Road. Last week, Watch Fox News showed you this surveillance video of someone driving the car Shandon was found dead in. This video was recorded at an El Cheapo gas station on Purcellville Road on the same day Shandon was reported missing. Watch Fox News is now working to find out who was driving the car that day.
Thanks, Kayana. WACH Fox News is now working to find out who was driving the car that day and is still waiting to hear back from the coroner's office. Hopefully, authorities can solve the murder of Shandon Floyd so her family can get the closure they need. November 28th was Giving Tuesday, a big booster for organizations that rely on the spirit of the season to drive end-of-the-year donations. A number of charities encouraged online donations, and scammers were ready to take advantage. Karen K. is in Washington with what to know this holiday season.
Amid the bustle of holiday shopping and spending, it's also a good time of year to give back. Unfortunately, scammers will deploy common tricks to take advantage of the busy season.
There are so many things that we interact with online and things that we do online, and that goes for both work and personal life, that, there are a lot of ways to get people to act.
Hank Schless of cybersecurity company Lookout says phishing scams, emails or text messages encouraging a recipient to follow a link to a fake website that looks like the real deal can prompt a consumer to give away critical information like logins and passwords.
Once they steal that, they'll go and basically, they have these programs that can automatically try your credentials across thousands of other websites, including, banking websites and things like that.
As Americans make end-of-year online donations to support causes and groups, the Federal Trade Commission warns scammers often put pressure on consumers to donate right away, often using the name of a group that seems legitimate to cause confusion. Before giving, seek out websites that evaluate charities like the Better Business Bureau's Give.org, or check a charity's standing with the IRS. And use a credit card or check for donations. The FTC says asking for cash or gift cards can be signs of a scam. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Thanks, Karen. Scammers will always be on the lookout for their next victim, so please be careful when giving out information online. We sent Alan Sampson out on campus to ask Chabot College students if they have been scammed or know someone that has been scammed.
I've heard of people being scammed.
Right.
I haven't been scammed, thank goodness.
I personally have not. I've been very blessed lately on that front and been able to keep the elders around me aware of the most recent scams and what do they call it? The verified caller scams basically. Been getting a lot of those lately.
I haven't. No, I have not heard anybody. Yeah. But I know this going around because people talk about it.
I was a victim of a scam, but I just didn't click on any like links or any emails. So.
Right.
I know someone that's been scammed. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Could you say a little something? What happened?
I think. Can I even say this?
There she goes.
No.
The victim's actually right there. Wait, hey Jaslyn, can I tell them about the time you got scammed?
So what happened was he was my best friend, and he's like, oh, can I use your debit card? Well, I don't know if this counts as scam because I just gave him my card and information because we're like this.
Okay.
And then he gave it to his cousin, and he put fake checks to my account and then cashed the money out, and then I owed like $3,000, and now I'm banned from Chase.
I had people ask me for my what do you call it, like my Cash App or Zelle,
right?
So I could send them money,
right?
And then I lost like damn near all the money that was in there.
It was a PG&E scam.
Ooh,
and I should have known. They called me and they said, if you don't pay this amount by 3 p.m., we're going to turn you off. But they caught me off guard because you know they don't call you and tell you that.
Right.
So I paid $750. They gave me a confirmation number.
No.
Something told me, call PG&E and said, please don't tell me I got scammed. Is this a confirmation number? They said, ma'am, you got scammed.
Thanks, Alan. Financial scams are among the most common crimes affecting U.S. adults in 2023, with 15% saying at least one member of their household has fallen prey, including 8% reporting that it has happened to themselves personally. In Bay Area news, General Motors says it will cut spending on self-driving vehicles after one struck a pedestrian earlier this year. Chief Executive Mary Barra says development of cruise cars will be more deliberate going forward. She says the company will spend less on them next year. Production of GM's Origin vans is suspended. Those vehicles have no driver's seat, steering wheel, or pedals. The California Department of Motor Vehicles says GM withheld evidence from the fall incident. The automaker denies that. The DMV says a cruise vehicle in San Francisco hit and dragged a pedestrian who'd been thrown into its path. A trial date has been set in the case against a man charged with murdering Cash App's founder. A judge set Nima Omeni's trial date for March 15, 2024. The tech consultant is accused of fatally stabbing Bob Lee in San Francisco in April. Authorities say the two knew each other and were in a car together before the death. The San Francisco DA's office also announced the defense requests a change of venue, and they will file a written response. The judge set a hearing to consider the venue change request for January 25th. The Union City Police Department is celebrating their 9th annual Kids Ornament Party, with hot chocolate, cookies, popcorn, and an ornament to take home. We sent our reporter, Alan Sampson, out to cover this event.
This year marks the 9th anniversary of decorating the Union City Police Department's tree while munching on yummy holiday treats.
Today we have a Christmas event here for an ornament party. We're here for young kids here in Union City. We're basically handing out cookies, we're decorating the cookies, and we're just trying to be here to build a better connection with the community.
We got a chance to chat with Sergeant Hayward.
We have a really family-oriented police department. From Chief Jared Renetti's messaging, he loves having our kids in the hallways. He loves seeing, our kids grow up, our families there. It's not just our workplace, it really is a big collective family.
This free activity is specifically designed for children between ages 2 through 12. It required adult supervision, so parents made sure to accompany their kids.
It's good.
What did you like about it?
Is when I made my cookie.
You made your cookie?
Yes, and I love the photo booth.
Additionally, older siblings are welcome to participate and lend a helping hand with their younger siblings.
This is a great event for my sister to come hang out at.
I asked if they are coming back next year.
I'll come back again next year.
And I look forward to coming back next year.
For any information, feel free to reach out to the community coordinator via email at ucpdcommunity@unioncity.org. This is Alan Sampson reporting from Ruggieri Senior Center in Union City, California for KCTH, Channel 27, Chabot College News.
Thanks, Alan. With more people in the community finding out about the event, they have been growing every year and look forward to the next one. Now we turn our attention to entertainment news with our entertainment reporter, Evan Neto.
Thanks, Christian. Jennifer Lopez is releasing her first solo album in a decade. The album, This Is Me Now, will drop on February 16th, 2024. The first single, Can't Get Enough, will be out January 10th. Lopez says the album will focus on her tough childhood, unsuccessful relationships, and the emotional journey she's experienced. It will also include a track titled Dear Ben Part 2, a throwback to her 2002 song Dear Ben, about her now husband Ben Affleck. The pair dated when the first Dear Ben was released, but ended up splitting. Nearly 20 years later, they reunited and married. The same day the album drops, Lopez will release a movie version on Prime Video. It's called This Is Me Now, the film. After nearly 10 months of jury selection, the RICO trial of Grammy-winning rapper Young Thug was called to order Monday morning, November 27th in Fulton County, Georgia, and then immediately recessed due to a missing juror. 40 minutes later, the juror, who had car-related issues, was found and court went into session. Young Thug is accused of leading a violent street gang in the Atlanta area called Young Slime Life, a group allegedly affiliated with the National Bloods gang. The rapper, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, was charged in May of 2022 under the state's Racketeer-Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, known as RICO. 24 other people were also charged. Several took plea deals, including Young Thug's older brother. 6 are still facing trial. Prosecutors say the group has been responsible for violent acts for the past decade. Young Thug's attorney says his client is innocent. That's going to wrap things up for this week's Look at Entertainment News. I'm Evan Neto, and now back to you, Christian.
Thanks, Evan. In local news, keeping trash out of waterways is essential to maintaining a healthy ecosystem. In Hayward, every rain washes trash down storm drains where it is carried to creeks and to the bay. As part of Hayward's trash reduction efforts, the city has invested in infrastructure called trash capture devices to stop trash before it flows into the storm drain system and contaminates waterways. You can check out how the trash capture devices work and how they are installed by scanning the QR code on your screen for a link to a video that documents the process. Trash capture devices filter stormwater and separate trash as small as cigarette butts and plastic wrappers, allowing the clean water to pass through. These devices are installed underground, adjacent to the storm drains, and the captured trash can be easily collected through manholes. The city must have all trash removed from stormwater systems by 2025. Trash capture devices are going to be instrumental in reaching this goal, but Hayward residents can play a big part by correctly disposing of trash and picking up litter. On Saturday, November 18th, Chabot College held its monthly flea market. The college parking lot was filled with many vendors and shoppers. I went out to ask shoppers about their experience. For over 2 decades, the Chabot College Flea Market has been a great place for the community to come together for food, fun, and bargains. Every third Saturday of the month, the campus parking lot becomes a place for people to find some unique items and good deals. And even though there was some rain, that didn't stop flea market regulars from coming out.
We love Chabot College Flea Market. We come every single month, rain or shine.
Well, we normally come once a month.
Okay.
And we're pretty faithful. We weren't sure that they were here today because it was like raining. So we're just like, oh, we'll just drive by when we had other things to do.
Venimos cada tercera semana.
We come every third week and it gets really good. There are a lot of nice things. My wife and I like coming here to look at the plants and to see all the things they sell here. Although there weren't as many vendors as usual, there was still a lot of variety, from produce to toys to jewelry and even plants. With so much variety, we asked shoppers about any interesting items they found.
I seen the Little Drummer Boy, and that's my all-time song at Christmas time.
I came across here a little bracelet here. It's a horseshoe because I believe in, I'm old school, so I like luck. So see my nice diamond horseshoe. Yeah, bracelet, yeah.
I'm checking out these vintage hats right now. Yeah. Perhaps probably from 1990, probably 2022.
Even with a small turnout, the passion and excitement from the community was still there. The College Flea Market is one of the great community events we have here at Chabot, and it wouldn't be possible without the hard work of Flea Market Coordinator Linda Emanuel.
Rain or shine, we're out here 12 months a year, third Saturday of every month, here to assist our vendors and to make money for our students here.
I'm Christian Gonzalez, KCTH Chabot News. The Chabot College Flea Market takes place on every third Saturday of the month. The next one is scheduled for Saturday, December 18th. For more information, or if you would like to be a vendor, contact Linda Emanuel at 510-723-6918. Now it's time to take a look at this week's sports with our sportscaster, India Richardson.
Thanks, Christian. A woman who claims to be the biological child of Jerry Jones says she was silenced at the age of 1 year old alongside her mother. Now she is suing for defamation. A woman who claims the Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones is her father has refiled a defamation lawsuit, saying she was forced to stay silent about her paternity. 26-year-old Alexandra Davis says Jones and his associates harmed her reputation by claiming her efforts to prove paternity amounted to an extortion attempt against Jones. Both sides acknowledged Jones and Davis's mother agreed to a private settlement when Davis was a year old. Jones denies paternity, but he agreed to pay child support to Davis until she turned 21, under the condition that neither she nor her mother would go public about the paternity dispute. A federal judge dismissed Davis's original defamation case last month, but the judge's order allowed Davis to refile some of her claims. Jones filed a counterclaim against Davis in May. Monarch High School students in Coconut Creek, Florida, have walked out in protest to support their principal and one of their fellow students, who was released from the school's volleyball team because the student is transgendered.
A walkout at Monarch High School in Coconut Creek Tuesday. Skyforce over the school as hundreds of students left. On the field, they chanted and held signs. They're protesting the reassignment of Principal James Cecil, 2 senior faculty members, and 2 coaches after a transgender student was allowed to play on the girls' volleyball team.
I walked out because I support trans students.
Individuals from several different bargaining groups were removed from school and they're at a different location and they're working. That's not an indication of discipline. It's an indication that we want to make sure that when we investigate it, it's done properly and appropriately.
Superintendent Licata says he immediately informed the state after learning about it early last week, and he states no one is guilty of anything.
I received a call from a constituent that there could be some factors that were not appropriate for girls volleyball.
I walked out in support of my principal. Bring my principal back. He was an amazing principal.
An official notice sent to parents. The allegation, improper student participation in sports.
Yeah, I'm saying it wasn't fair.
A biological male student who transitioned or is transitioning reportedly was allowed to play on the Monarch girls volleyball team. This would be contrary to state law barring biological males from participating in female sports.
I know it's a state law. You can only hope for so much from a school walkout where we weren't even allowed to leave the campus.
And the union representing Principal Cecil responding in a statement. We are confident that at the end of this investigation, Principal James Cecil will be fully exonerated and will return to Monarch High. The employees are off-site at the moment and the transgender student is still at the high school.
And our first priority are students. It's, no matter what, it's students, and making sure that they have the support, they're also protected, and that we are following the laws to do that.
An investigation is still in progress. That's all for this week's Look at Sports. I'm India Richardson. Now back to you, Christian.
Thanks, India. Subway celebrated National Cookie Day in a big way, with a sneak peek of its new foot-long cookie. On Monday, December 4th, in honor of National Cookie Day, fans got a free foot-long chocolate chip cookie with the purchase of a foot-long sub. The cookie giveaway was only available at select Subway locations in Chicago, Dallas, Miami, and New York City. But you needed to get there early. According to reports, Subway's limited run of foot-long cookies were snapped up in less than 2 hours. Subway has plans for the foot-long cookie to become a permanent part of its menu sometime in 2024. The chain says it sells more freshly baked cookies than any other restaurant company in the U.S. And for our final story, it was a scary couple of hours, but a puppy that fell down a well in North Carolina is now okay and back with its family. Julian Grace reports.
This is Mudge in happier times. And this was Mudge on Saturday afternoon. The 100-pound Great Dane fell into an old well 50 feet deep.
We called 911 right away, and they come out, but they don't have they have to call the right department that has the right equipment. They had to bring that tripod situation with all the climbing harnesses and everything to get down there.
Crews from Cary Fire, Fairview Rural Fire, and Swift Creek Fire departments responded. They used a rope rescue technique. It took hours and plenty of patience, but crews were able to lift Mudge out.
I don't know, but unscathed. I just can't even believe it. It's quite the drop. And it is covered up now, by the way. It's completely covered up. So, yeah. Part of me kind of wonders, did she fall to save someone else?
So how did Mudge get down in that old well? We found out Mudge's owners, the Howdeans, recently purchased the property, and the well sits quite a distance from the family home. They didn't think it would be a problem, but now they know differently. Mudge is now home safely, and her family couldn't be more thankful for first responders.
They did all of this for my dog. And she is part of our family, truly, so God bless them. They were very, very organized when they showed up. They had a plan. They knew exactly what to do.
Thanks, Julian. The owners say Mudge came out of the hole with just a small scratch on her ankle. That's all for Chabot News this week. Thanks to all the students and staff in the Mass Communications Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at youtube.com/ChabotTV. Stay tuned to KCTH Channel 27 on Comcast for more Chabot TV.